Hoorah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Italk Studios video. We are hating the Mets today, apparently. Let me put on my Rockies hat, because for once, the Rockies ain't getting all the flame. The Rockies ain't the worst. It seems like we have a new competitor with that, and that is the Mets. I love to hear that. So I'm not even gonna waste any more time. The Mets keep looking dumber and worse. That's what the title is. I've seen, like, he has like 2 other videos out about the Mets. So clearly it just keeps getting dumber and worse. Like, after this, crazy.
These attention whores, man. They just want my attention. The Angels were the top team for that earlier in the year, just doing a bunch of crazy shit. And it was entertaining, and I think the Mets recently have realized, no, I'm the bigger attention whore. I want the Italk Slut of the Year award, so they just can't stop.
I kind of want that award.
It's insane. I mean, Bo Bichette is crying over how miserable this team is. No, it was because they were back in Toronto, where he played up until he signed with the Mets. So until he sold his soul. And it's emotional. Last time he stepped foot in this building, he had a massive 3-run homer off Shohei Ohtani, leading the Blue Jays to a Game 7 World Series win. So yeah,
damn.
He's reminiscing. I wouldn't be shocked if he was begging Vladdy here. Like, please just let me be in your guys' dugout. Just for this one game. My manager said I'm allowed. Vladdy's like, no, I don't think he did. I was like, please. So yeah, there was another shitty Juan Soto behind the scenes thing that dropped recently. This is the team's hitting coach from last year who was fired. And he said this about Soto.
In between innings, he would run from the outfield and go sit in the batting cage on a couch and not be in the dugout with a teammate, right? And like I said, I'm not throwing Juan. This isn't a Juan issue, right? This is a lack of leadership, lack of accountability from the top down. And we had an assistant GM who would sit there with him. The assistant GM would sit there with him and kind of coddle him and, tap him on the shoulder without saying, hey, dude, how about getting in the dugout with your teammates, right?
You can't say God doesn't have a sense of humor, bro. At least not the baseball gods. Because, of course, right after this clip comes out, Soto immediately fucks up a play in the outfield. He and his teammate, who he might not even know the name of, AJ Ewing. Yeah, he fucking flings this shit with his glove
my God.
at Soto. It ends up being an inside the park home run. It's not really credited as that. It's more like, a single and then 7 fuck-ups. But
holy 2015 World Series.
Oh my God.
My goodness.
He's saying that because it happened in the 2015 World Series. The first hitter of Game 1 for the Royals, basically another version of this exact thing happened, which is another lesson, another reminder, whatever you want to call it, that it doesn't matter who exactly it is in a Mets uniform. You're going to see the dumbest shit you ever see in baseball.
I think the Mets are just cursed.
By the way, that's why I'm making this video. It wouldn't be just because of this one play, even though that would be really funny. Like, every Met error now will get an entire video. I mean, this was multiple errors in one. But anyway, the Mets finally fired their manager, Carlos Mendoza.
We watched that video last time.
Obviously not. And with the Mets, it's like a ton of things that we can't even see or know. I genuinely believe this team was cursed. Like, they sold their soul to win the World Series in 1986. Because that team was like drinking, doing drugs and shit in the clubhouse during the game. They're probably banging hookers back there during, Lord knows what was going on. So they sold their soul to win that year. I mean, what other explanation can there be for how it somehow continues to get worse? Like, we all thought Steve Cohen was going to come in and save the day. A dude with the most fuck you money in baseball. He could buy a $15 million toilet because he's bored. I'm pretty sure he literally did that. And yeah, even he can't save this franchise. Nobody can. So firing Carlos Mendoza, even if he was any sort of problem or contribution to the problem, firing him and replacing him is like putting a Band-Aid on Jeff Bezos' wife's face. Like, that ain't gonna fix anything. So in comes Andy Green, who's on day 3, day 4, pissing off his players already. So Sean Manaea, after giving up that inside the park home run, that was, obviously not his fault. It didn't rattle him. He locked in, and so did Soto, to be fair. In that same inning, he fielded this hit without letting it go by him. Looks like there's a crack in his helmet.
Damn. He
Anyway,
super glue
he
that?
hits this out to Soto, and look at Soto. Yay, nice job. Yes, I'm cheering on a guy making $800 million like he's a Make-A-Wish kid. This is what happens when you become a Met. And he made this play, a line shot. He caught it, and then he made another play on a ball over his head. So, all right, Juan Soto redeemed himself. And Minaya was doing pretty well. He gave up another run in the 5th inning, but 2 runs in 5 innings, especially when, obviously, being not your fault. I mean, that's, of course, not bad. This one is on the Mets offense for not scoring. And so, man, you got to give credit to the Blue Jays for continuing to aim at Soto and left. I mean, like, why not? Right after that first play, not a bad strat. But he's got it 2 more times. They kept hitting the ball out to him. So that's 2 outs in the 6th inning. Nobody on base. Here's what should have been 3 outs. Easy ground ball to Francisco Lindor at shortstop. And I don't know what happened here. But this is his 2nd error since coming back from the injured list like 2 days ago. Andy Green, the new manager who replaced Mendoza, he's already looking like he wants to quit the job. And Minaya, he went from about to get a 1-2-3 easy 6th inning to now there's 2 guys on base with 2 outs because he walked the next hitter, and that was it for him. Green comes out to take him out and to go to the bullpen. And this is where Lindor was pissed off. He didn't want Minaya to get taken out. So watch this. Here's ball 4. Camera pans over to Lindor, looking at his manager. He's like, no, 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 nope. Fuck!
Oh my God.
This. Probably something in Spanish or not. I don't know. But I'm sure part of this is the guilt he felt knowing, obviously, his error is why this is even partly happening to begin with. I'm sure he felt bad Minaya couldn't stay in the game here. But Green's move, it did end up working. It didn't look like it at first. The new pitcher in the game, Austin Warren, walked a guy.
Damn.
But then struck out the next one. So, inning over. And, hey, credit to Lindor. Like, actually, I'm not making a joke. He makes that error and immediately makes up for it by giving the Mets their first run of the game. Bang,
there you go.
All right, cool. And, yeah, you want to know the lesson his teammates learned from this? Yeah, let's hit each other with the bat. So after another inning with another ball hit to Soto and left, like, guys, he's got it figured out now. You might want to try something else.
He's got it locked in.
They're playing the Mets. They don't need to be so locked in because this is the kind of shit the Mets are doing. Watch this. So before the 8th inning started, the hitter up for the Mets, Ronnie Mauricio, he's getting ready to hit. He flings his bat back and whack, hits Francisco Alvarez in the arm. Why was he so close to... Look at this guy. Oh, look, I'm on camera. First, it was Mr. Met dancing. Well, no. First, it was the Norwegian soccer fans. The Mets just gave up a big home run. Then the camera pans to them, having the time of their lives. Then the mascot, Mr. Met, dancing behind a Mets reporter, talking about them firing their manager and how bad the team is. And now this guy, just smiling and waving in the background as a Mets player just whacked his own teammate with a bat. Like, the more miserable it gets for the team, for the Mets, the happier everyone else seems to be. Just call the season, man. Can we go with 29 teams for the rest of the year?
Oh my
They
God.
just need to change their name. Like, they can stay in New York but call themselves something else instead of the Mets. That probably wouldn't work. I don't know.
It might.
Man.
A whole
I
new
just don't
rebrand.
understand how it can possibly keep getting 3 times worse every year for this team. Funny enough, Alvarez, after, again, it's kind of on him because he should know not to get that close to the...
I was going to say, yeah, you shouldn't be... He can't see you. He's not, like, even whenever I'm, like, doing my little practice swings on my little rec league, I'm, like, looking around to make sure, it's clear. But, like, if you're standing in your zone, you shouldn't have to be looking behind you all the time. The person shouldn't be walking so close to you. That's the issue there.
Guy in front of him with a bat that he's like moving around. But you also can't fully blame him because I think wearing a Mets uniform scientifically makes you dumber. So it is what
okay.
it is. There's
That
a
could be
reason
it
you
too.
don't see this happen literally anywhere else. But yeah, listen.
Silliest thing I've ever seen. Come on.
Yeah, probably hit a home run now.
Yes, why not?
He actually almost did. Alvarez ended up smacking a ball all the way to the top of the wall in center field. It almost was a home run, but still a double. So, hey, at least that's a good sign. This didn't hurt him that bad. Wait, maybe this needs to happen more then. Maybe next time if he gets hit in the face, he'll hit a home run. I mean, at this point, you got to try anything. Maybe the whole team needs to become elite humans, like the 250 plus thousand of you who watch these videos. Maybe if they did the smart thing you all did, things would change. But yeah, of course, they didn't do shit after this. They had a couple guys on in the 9th inning and struck out 2 times in a row. Ball game. Mauricio was the final strikeout. He had a better time hitting his teammate than the ball.
Oh, God.
Well, at least Juan Soto can catch some balls. Ugh, love you. Bye.
Bro, the poor Mets. Yo, I want to check out this video too. That's a longer one, but we're definitely going to watch it. The poor Mets, bro. Finally, there is someone out there that's probably worse than the Rockies right now. They exist. The Rockies are not the worst team, okay? They're not. And I stand by that. They're not. They pop off randomly out of nowhere for no reason whenever they want to. If they could just do that consistently, they would be so good. But they just don't. They flop most of the time, and then all of a sudden, one game, they have a blowout where it's like 20-2. How do they do that? I don't know. But they're so good at doing that shit. Okay, whatever. That's that. I hope you guys enjoyed. Give Italk Studios love and support they deserve because they made this. We're just reacting to it. Remember that, y'all. I hope you guys have a good day. Take care, stay safe, and be good people. Yeet!